All right, Shalom Akim. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Racha, Kwadash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I'd like to say Shalom to the elect and that's teaching His word in all true faith and sincerity. And today, I just want to tell you this relationship talk. And it's becoming more evident that CHIP has to be the MOTB, man. You know, but the MOTB has to be the CHIP. You know, as we get closer and closer to the perfect day, you know, everything is becoming more and clear and obvious of what how Shimei was talking about. Such as this is the time the Lord is bringing these things to pass. You know, you see the steps that's leading towards, you know, a great famine. The steps towards the, mass death. These different skirmishes. War. Well, also, one of the major prophecies to take place is that thing being mandated. And we seeing the steps to that. You know, these different laws and legislations being put in place for this devil to just to sign that and make that a decree. Because ultimately, it's not going to be a suggestion to get it. No, it's going to be in law. This man's going to actually sign it in law to, order you to take the Quran. And we're seeing the steps that's leading towards it, man. So I got this article from CNBC, and it reads, Biden signs China competition bill to boost chip makers, which Biden signed the Chip and Science Act. And why is that the talk now? Because that's the time we're in. We in that transition. This man's trying to make, the devil himself is trying to, integrate these people into this digital society. Everything is going digital. So the momentum, I don't see the momentum heading towards is geared towards Jesus Christ. The momentum is not, the energy is not going towards this modern form of Christianity. You see the motivation and, like I said, the drive is towards those tiny devices, man. Because that's ultimately what it's going towards. This man, his evil devices, his plots, plans, and schemes, that's going to actually lead to a device, man. So, here goes, it said the key points. Joe Biden signed into law a bipartisan bill that aims to boost U.S. competitiveness with China. The bill includes more than $52 billion for U.S. companies producing semiconductors, as well as billions and more tax credits to encourage investment in chip manufacturing. See? That's why you have these different smart cities. You got smart homes. It says the White House said that multiple companies spurred by the chip bill have announced more than $44 billion in semiconductor manufacturing investment. See, so that's pretty much it. He signed a law pretty much to produce more chips, man. Why? Because that's the time that we're in. So that's like I said, that's pretty much it. The evidence is overwhelming. The Lord Yahweh Shema Shai showing you what he was saying. That saying, you see what I'm saying? Well, that's the perfection of that is when prophecy come to pass. And this is one of those major prophecies that big, you see what I'm saying? Let's start off with this in the book of Isaiah 42, verse 9. It says, Behold, the former things are come to pass. And yet the previous works of the Lord, such as the flood, Egypt, those major events to take place. You know, even the certain rulers, you know, the scriptures even talk about Alexander the Greek coming into power and all that. Lord, you know, the Lord declared those things. It says, and new things do I declare. And some of the new things in this time, this place being totally destroyed. In the stealth tour, the series of events that's going to take place before, such as the MOTB. That's what we looking at on our on this path. We a step closer to the destruction when we see this sign right here, that the MOTB is getting more and more momentum now. You can't go a day without hearing about some digital transactions, you know, smart homes and connecting in a digital sense, you know, because that's the time that we're in. But you see the new things are being declared, you know, starting Apostle and Elders Great Millstone had brought forth the chip, you know, that prophecy when this devil been trying to he had a window where he wanted to implement it, and he had the apostle to combat it, you know. But what's being declared that this device is going to shake the world up, man. It tells you this, the hour of temptation which shall come upon all the world. So this is a global thing, and we seeing it. Laws passed here. You got chip parties. Now this nigga have signed a law to make more of them. It says, before they spring forth, I tell you of them, see? And, you know, people scoff at the apostles when they brought it out. But now you see the fruit of the chip. The fruits of it is beginning to spring forth and becoming ripe, because now it's not just you got a trend concerning it. Like I said, they have chip parties over there at Sweden. But now it has intensified. Now it's laws concerning this. Just something as sort as the law or an act, you know, getting them to manufacture it more. That's just a step closer to signing a law, you know, to tell these people to take it, man. But we seeing that prophecy flourishing, man, and it's become more and more evident that that's what it is, you know. So matter of fact, let's get there in Revelation 13. You know, this is reality right here. Revelation 13 and 16, and he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And those tiny devices, man. That word calls, a matter of fact. Let's get that in the blue there. I got it on deck. Let's see. Because it will step closer. Now you seeing this man signing into law concerning chips. No matter what it is, he's signing papers and documents now. So we just a step closer. It's becoming more evident that what else could it be talking about? So this that word on cause of Strong's G4160. It says to make, produce, construct, form, fashion. Yep. Because these the different it's a build up to it. You know, certain things, man, got different executive orders in play. Certain legislations lined up to fashion, shape, and mold the scenario, the situation, man. You know, to where when he signed one, you got it mandated, everything's gonna already be in play. It says make ready. All right, let me jump down. It says to constitute. See? Appoint one anything, to appoint or ordain one that. See? So it says to ordain. Order is going to be an ordinance. Just like in the time of Nebuchadnezzar. Matter of fact, because what the scripture says, I'm gonna get that in the spirit. In the book of Romans, the 15th chapter, whatsoever was written aforetime was written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of scriptures might have hope. So that just shows that those scriptures, the scriptures and those different stories, those are actual accounts, actual events that took place on the earth, was a prelude to what it's going to be the prelude of what the Lord is going to do in this time on a bigger scale. It tells you even concerning Joseph, it said that was a testimony, because that story is going to play out in a bigger way, with the elect. Same in Daniel the 3rd chapter, the 3 holy children, and the mandating of the bound down to the image. So let's get something real quick. Just going back, because it was a decree, that it was a mandate. So I start at verse 4. This is the book of Daniel 3, verse 4. It says, then an herald cried aloud, to you it is commanded, O people, nations, and tongues. See, so the modern day heralds, is these news stations that pretty much tell the people what the elites want them to know, pretty much, from the trends and shit, but this decree gonna come through these different news stations. You hear it on CNN now. But it says, to you it is commanded, O people, nations, and languages. So that's everybody. Going back, you read Revelation 3rd chapter, it says this hour of temptation is going to be throughout the world, man. And that's not Christianity. Christianity is rejected in a lot of places, especially like towards the Middle East. This modern form of Christianity. But everybody hooked on this Disney. I bet you Nick salary, he got a cash app. I bet that motherfucker from Iran probably got a Venmo. So that's where the momentum is heading towards, this digital society. It says that at what time you hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, psaltery, dulcimer, and all kinds of music, ye fall down and worship the golden image that Nebuchadnezzar the king has set up. See? Because we know now that that was a literal image back then, but now it's this system, man. That's how you're going to cement your alliance to this man, is when you take that thing, man. And this devil know about the concerning the law of the all. So, that's why it's even prophecy within the law. You read Exodus, the 21st chapter. That's prophecy as well, because that's going to take place on a big scale, on a global scale. Because our captivity is almost up, pretty much. And it tells you that pretty much that you want to say you love your master, you get pierced, pretty much. You get that all. But just going back, that this was a decree. It's not going to be no different in this time, that this man is going to decree these things. And just going back, this man signed the CHIPS Act. That's a step closer. Why you got to sign into law to manufacture more things? So let's get this in the book of Isaiah 36, because ultimately that's, like I said, that's going to cement your allegiance with this devil. Following you good. You found your niche in this place, and you're going to cement it by taking that thing, man, getting pierced, being penetrated. which the Lord he's coming back for the virgins, man, which is are the ones that has not been defiled by this man, from the philosophies and even physically with that charagma, man. You know? So this is Isaiah 36 verse 6. Lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed. See? And yeah, and this is a broken system. That's why this man, proud of this nigga is. And he tried to boast in, his science and his technology and his, military might. But he got a rallying cry: build back better, make America great again, a great reset. So this man is acknowledging that there is faults. He got spots, holes, and he's not all the way there. So this is a broken place, man. Or the financial structure, the failing financial structure. Why let's just like buying another drink on the Titanic after you just got news it's sinking. You felt it. You feel it going down, but you back at the bar. It says, lo, thou trustest in this staff on this broken reed on Egypt. See? Whereon if a man lean, see, if you trust in this man, you wholeheartedly, trusting this man, you taking that next step to worshiping the image, it will go into his hand and pierce it. See, and that's what's going to cement it. You worshiping the image, and that's what's going to actually lead to you taking that corrupt. You believe in this man, his way, and his system, and how he do things. And you contribute to it. Now, nigga want to go to the fucking military to fight for his country. A nigga got a 10-year plan. You ain't got to have a American flag flying out your woman. But if your plans involve a McDonald's still being here somewhere, this man, his influence, and you just got a better job or whatever, that's what's going to drive these people to take that thing, man. It says, so is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all that trust in him. See? Egypt as well. We're in the fourth time ring for nothing, because guess what? We once again in Egypt. Hey, the spirit, that was our, pretty much our first captivity. This is our last, man. What you said is going to be some niggas that's going to just go back to Pharaoh. They want to go back to Pharaoh. Like in the time of the wilderness. Niggas hollering about cucumbers and shit. And how they were eating good. Well, this time, the Lord's gonna honor your request, so to speak, and leave you here. The chambers of death, when America and the Lord show forth his wrath, you have chosen your side. You have chosen death. It tells you when death, your covenant of death and hell is going to be disannulled. When that overflowing scourge pass through, you're going to be trodden down by it. Why? Because you have made your refuge in Esau. And that's going to ultimately lead to your destruction. So, let's go back to that Revelation, the 13th chapter. Let's go back to let's see. I think that was the point on them definitions, because ultimately go back to an ordinance, an order. It says, in Revelation 13:16, he calls all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. See? And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. So, as you can see, that's the only way you're going to be able to continue in this system, to abide, have your everyday You know what I mean? You back to your regular scheduled program. Well, to continue, just like putting a coin in another in the machine, you gonna have to get that thing. And the prelude was with that jab. It was certain restrictions that came and you didn't have it. So how much more when the Quran is mandated? Just going back, it's more evident that that's what it is, the MOTD. So yeah, I just hope to be edifying. I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahashem Racha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect that teach word and all truth, faith, and sincerity. DTA, I'm Bob the Ball. Soon, very soon,